Hey yo, what's up guys? It's Jordan here. And today, if you see by the title, it's gonna be a different video. I'm gonna show you guys how to do a stop and go in the JURDLE. Um, really got me, what really wanted me to learn how to do this is TD Barrett, because you can see TD Barrett goes crazy on his stop and goes. So he doesn't do that many JURDLes, but he goes stupid on his stop and goes. So I learned how to do a JURDLE and a stop and go, and I'm gonna show you that today. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna call like a stretch. I have no defense. Yeah. And it doesn't really matter that we have Mike Davis on. So what you wanna do? So you can see right now I'm doing. Ooh, I messed up that time. I'm doing a stop and go. I'm gonna put in Christian McCaffrey because his stamina's a lot better. But first, what I'm gonna do is show you how to do a JURDLE, since that is a lot easier to explain than a stop and go. And I'm also gonna replace the ball when I have the chance to. I'm gonna replace the ball at like the 50-yard line. The 50-yard line is right here, so about right there. That's like the 51-yard line, 15 inches. So first, I'm going to show you guys how to do a JURDLE, but just like a JURDLE is basically like a juke hurdle. You're not doing like this, jumping over something. You're kind of like doing a hurdle to the side. And so, how to do this JURDLE is like very simple. So you press the hurdle button. I'm playing on Xbox, so the hurdle button would be Y, and just move your analog stick to the left or the right, and that's how you do a JURDLE. It's very simple. It's not that complicated. Instead of just doing a normal hurdle, just jumping forward, you could jump to the side. It gives you a pretty decent speed boost because I do it a lot instead of just doing normal jukes, because they give you a pretty good speed boost. And it's like, but if you do get hit, you will if you get like at least a decent tackle, you'll fumble. But this is a very easy move to do. Drains a decent amount of stamina, so you can't spam it. I do it like at most twice. So this is how you do a JURDLE. Like I said, press Y or whatever the hurdle button. If I'm on Xbox, it would be Y, and you just move the analog stick to the direction left or right, basically. And now it's gonna be the more complicated one. It's gonna be the stop and go. So how to do a stop and go is, so this is basically a stop and go. Oh, I sold. This is basically stop and go. Oh, I keep messing up. So that is a stop and go, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do it right now. So what you want to do is, if you just want to just get used to just taking your finger off the sprint button. That'll help you a lot. That's not how I kind of learned how to do it, but that's not the exact way. Just get your fingers right for what you have to do when you have to do the analog stick. I guess you could do it that way. But it's not as effective. It's more of like a simple way to do a stop and go. But the way like TD Barrett does it is, so like this is the way he does it. Well, that was a pretty good round right there. So how you do it is, you don't want it when you bring your analog stick. You don't want to hear like that, because if I do that, for example, it'll make me go backwards. So you don't want to hear like the clacking sound, or like hold it down for too long. Hold like barely. Like when you hear that clicking sound, that's when you know you messed up. And when you do the stop and goes, you have to take your finger off the sprint button. That's the way I normally do it. And so you slightly bring the analog stick down, not all the way till you hear the clacking sound, or all the way down. If you don't, it's kind of like slightly moving it down, not like a ridiculous amount, but like when you hear this clacking sound, but like move it down slightly. That will make Christian McCaffrey, or your running back, or your wide receiver, or even quarterback tightly move. Oh, I messed up that time. So I've been practicing these stop and goes and JURDLEs like every day. So I'm trying to become a stick master. That's a pause. So I'm gonna go over what I did. How you do the JURDLE is this. Like I explained earlier. You press Y. You press Y. Instead of just doing like this, you press Y in a left or right direction, which will make you kind of give you a speed boost and jump to the left and make you do a hurl to the left and right. And how to do a stop and go again is you sprint and then just slightly bring your left analog stick slightly down, and then take your finger off the sprint. So that's the way I do it. I'll show you guys against defense, the JURDLEs and stuff. The JURDLEs, I messed up that time. When I do the JURDLEs, I'm going to do it on a kickoff because that's just like the more effective way. That's the only time when I use it on a kickoff. So I'm going to show you guys this in game action. Alright guys, so I'm here. What I normally like to do on a special team is just my preference, is return left. It's my preference, and the Saints is going to be kicking it off to me, and this is going to be the JURDLE example. It's just the most, like, this is basically the only time I use it. Oh, that was a bad one. Didn't really have any space to do the JURDLE. Now they're going to kick it off to me again, and then let's see if I get a good moment to use the JURDLE. No, not a good moment to use the JURDLE. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna change my kick return. Maybe that'll make a difference. I'm gonna use another example of the JURDLE I use on a running play or like a passing play. Oh yeah, that was a good example of like when you're running straight toward, you have enough space to go to the right side or the left side. That the JURDLE will be a good time to use that instead of a normal juke, because it just gets you more space and it gives you a little speed boost. No, that was a bad one. Well, let me see if I can get a good one for you guys. Oh, that was a good one, but it's kind of harder. So I might just do it on like a running play or just like a little drag route. If I'm gonna try this, like this kickoff one once or twice. It usually works good against, like, if you're playing against a user off a kick return like this. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Yeah, like if you can see right there, I got hit, a pretty decent hit, and I fumbled. So you can't really, you have to be careful when you do these JURDLEs. So let me see if I can get a good one again. See if I can get. Oh, that's a good one. Like that. That's a good moment to use a JURDLE. I'm going to show you the JURDLE on a running play and a passing play. So let's get to that. So let me show you. Oh my god. Yeah, I had no space right there. I have to change the defense that they're doing. So I'm gonna change the defense that they're doing. It's still gonna be a running play. I'm probably just gonna call like a man for them. Or for one. Oh wow, he didn't really fall for that JURDLE that time. It took too long. Let's see if I can get that. Bro, I don't know why it's not working. Bro, there ain't no blocking. I mean, doing a JURDLE will help if you can get blocking. And that's how I'm just getting into the end zone. I'm gonna get a good example of like running play. Let's see. Bro, it's just I'm getting no blocking, so it doesn't really help. I think I might just like eyeballing it to the left. I've been getting more space. Oh, that was a good example. That was a good example on Shaquille Bear right there. You can see that I got a little speed boost. See if I could get it again. So, like I said, you don't want to hear like that sound. I guess you could do it that way, but you have to be like, it doesn't really work as effectively. So you start getting like a hang of it. Like I said, just don't pull the left analog stick down. Just release. It's you guys to get like the hang of taking your finger off the sprint and stuff like that. And then when you start getting a hang of it, start bringing your analog stick. Oh, I messed that one up. Bring your analog stick a little bit far. Not like if your analog you're running forward, then just bring it back to like the middle. So bring it all the way down, but not like super forcefully where you hear this or like as far down. It's hard to explain, but just bring it slightly back where you're not running, where you hear the clicking sound and make you run all the way back. So guys, if you want more tutorials on Madden, let's hit. Ooh, I messed that one up. Let's get 5 likes and comment down below what tutorial do you want, because I can show you even in Ultimate Team like coin making methods and stuff like that, or like something along that line, some type of method in Madden, or like if you guys ever play franchise, any type of easy good players to get in that, because I play a lot of franchise. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.